Get it. Bow. You already know what it is. Biggest dog, Chico to the scene, the place to be, coming to you live and direct. Make sure you come up in the chat, join the conversation. Let me know where you're checking in from. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. We're going to get into the Shedeur Sanders footage from the first day of MiniCamp. All right. I think we got all of the footage that was posted by Mary Kate, Daniel Olefuse, and ESPN Cleveland. So we'll get right into it. Y'all let me know where y'all checking in from. Also, make sure y'all go to unclechico.myshopify.com and get you some. That's some merch that is. And we'll get right into the beautiful bean footage, baby. Let's go. We got a QB battle going on in Cleveland with Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. As everybody know, can't forget Dylan Gabriel at that number 3 spot. But everyone sees that it's going to be between and Deshaun based off the fact that they rotated with the ones and the twos as far as the reps go. So just look at some of the footage, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about it. Throughout the whole day, I'm sure a lot of you guys have watched most of the footage that's been out there and put out there. Hell, I've even made a reaction video on it because it was needed. You know, Shedeur is back in his number 2, getting reps with the ones. He even made statements after practice saying, "Hey, man, I like Coach. Coach actually talks to me, basically." You know what I mean? That tells you a lot about last year, right? It tells you a lot about last year. Here they are going kind of slow motion through the same drills. Deshaun Watson looking like he's back healthy once again. That's a good thing. They're paying him so much money that you have to put him in a position to have a chance to succeed, from a business perspective. You have to put him in position to have a chance to succeed, and with all the success he's had in the past before his injury, you have to think that, hey, he still has that QB1 mindset, right? Duval and this beer's naive. Oh, no. Jacksonville, Florida up in here. Let me see. We're gonna go. We've been asking the question. Hold up. That's the one I put out right there about Shedeur Sanders change his number. Y'all go check that out too. But let me go back to this because this right here is like the slow mo footage. We'll get to the fast pace everything, but the slow mo footage shows that Shadeur's been working on his mechanics, which has always been there. He's never been a guy that's been like, throws the ball wildly or inaccurate or bad mechanics, anything like that. Shout out to DC with Select QB Athletics also, who've been working with him for the longest. Let me see how this one's going to come out with Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders in their QB battle. It's very interesting to see, man. I don't think they're going to make a move in the draft to bring in the quarterback, which they shouldn't. I think their focus should be all on wide receiver, all on that offensive line to get better around their quarterbacks that they have. You have a talented Deshaun Watson coming off the injury with a lot to prove. And you have Shedeur Sanders, his second year, with a lot to prove also. But you have to get better around him. That's my only thing. Much love, Remy boy. Appreciate y'all. Still Mo up in here. That's the thing though, man. When you have a guy like Shedeur back there, I'm gonna play some of these clips too. When you have a guy like Shedeur back there, that confidence is just gonna be going throughout the whole team. Like everybody's gonna feel more confident when you have a guy like Shedeur back there, dog, because they know at any point we can win this ball game. Ain't no quitting this guy. He's come from the right cloth, built from the right cloth, come from the right pedigree. You know what I mean? So you got 2 studs right there. I don't think that they should even look towards the quarterback direction unless you're talking about late round insurance or you're thinking about trading Dylan Gabriel. You got to improve the outside, the wide receiver core, and go from there. You got to get explosive guys on the outside and sure-handed guys and people that are going to be able to bond with the quarterback, because you heard Shedeur Sanders also say that it's about relationships. We said that many times about trust and relationships, dog. especially at the wide receiver position and quarterback position. If you're not talking about any other position, especially those positions right there, you're going to need that trust in relationships when it comes to running routes, throwing passes, because if they're on the wrong page, that's going to be bad results. I can tell you that each and every time. You understand me? All right, let me get this to play out real quick, like then we'll go from there. What the chat talking about? What y'all checking in? What y'all got going on out there, man? As I'm on this live stream right now. I just wanted to jump on midday. I was supposed to be headed out somewhere, but I wanted to jump on midday and check this out because a lot of people talking about the QB battle with Shedeur and Deshaun. Hold on, pull this up right here. Wanted to pull up what Coach Monken said also. Let's go here. Sure, everybody's seen this. Look at this wide receiver, dog. Look at this wide receiver, dog. You can't do this as a wide out. We saw Shedeur Sanders' comments on this. I'll play those too. But you can't do this as a wide out. You can't slow down at the top of your route as if you're not getting the ball. You have to run your route every time expecting to get the ball. Look at the DB right here. He's expecting the ball to come to. That's how he got the pick. Right? Look, he's not holding up. Oh, the ball going the other way. No, dog. You play. A nicely placed ball, a perfectly placed ball, or even a catchable ball. I saw people saying, "Are y'all crazy?" Look, that's a beautiful play by the DB. But for one, you got to take in consideration right here that the wide receiver slowed down back here on his route, right? Secondly, had he been 2 steps ahead, which he would have been had he not slowed down, he would have been able to go off, get a power jump off both feet, and get up and catch that ball at its highest point. No doubt about it right here. No doubt about it. And the DB goes up and get it. And the wide receiver just runs through as if, oh, it's cool. They got a big. No. That's why I'm so heavy on getting wide receivers. And I shall say, Sincere Brown, 4'3", 6'5", Colorado, formerly of Campbell in South Florida, would be a great fit, I think, for a burn on the outside, Randy Moss type. I know that's high praise for a young guy, but a Randy Moss in his build, a tall, slim wide receiver who can really run a sub 4.40 and can really jump. They have a lot of flexibility in what they can do. I really think personally, what I think the Browns are going to do with their draft pick, first of all, I don't think they're going to select anybody at the number 6 spot. Right? That's what I don't think they'll do. I don't think they're going to draft anybody at that number 6 spot. Unless I don't think anybody could fall to him either. I think they're going to trade that pick, right? Let me look this up here. I think they're going to trade that pick and see if they can get more value from that pick instead of just getting one player. They have number 6 pick and they have the number 24 pick. Let's see anybody in the first round that has multiple first round picks. Let me share this right here. So if you look at the first round, right, I'm going to go back to the film in a minute, but if you look at the first round and you look where the Browns are drafting at number 6, right? What can you do? Who can you trade back with that won't take you too far back, but you can still get some value later on? You could drop to 12 with the Cowboys, trade with the Cowboys, and you get that 12 pick and that 20th pick from the Cowboys. Let them move up to 6, and now you drop down to 12 and 20, and you still got 24. If they're not trying to force you to give up that 24, you probably can give up a second round pick there. So now you have 3 first-round picks if you're the Browns by trading with the Cowboys. Cowboys move up and get a blue chipper, probably at the linebacker spot, somewhere that they want, that they feel like they can improve their defense right now. And then the Browns get multiple pieces that they need because they need many pieces. They get 3 pieces now in the first round. No one they really valued high enough at that 6th spot at the left tackle or the wide receiver position. Maybe Jordan Tyson at wide receiver, but they might feel some pressure to take Tate at that wide receiver spot at 6. But I think you'll have an opportunity to get one of them, if not both. Well, I don't think both, but I think one of them at the number 12 spot and one of the tackles, whether it's Spencer Fano or Caden Proctor that you like. You'll have your chance to get one of those 3, maybe 2 of those 3 at the number 12 spot, and then still have that number 20 pick. So that's what I think the Browns are going to do, in my opinion. And now they're more flexible to get 2 wide receivers. Might not be in the first round, but you could go 2 wide receivers or 2 linemen if you're high on them, and then get wide receivers in the later first and second or third round. A lot of different ways they can go with it. The Browns got a draft party. Let me see what they say. On Thursday, Shedeur, Krishan, DG, and Fanny going to be in the house signing autograph. That's going to be dope. I saw that. I could put that on also. Oh, now, Lady of Elegance up in here. Appreciate you. I'm doing well. Appreciate you coming in new to my channel. All right. That's what's up. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know where you're checking in from. Put your city, your state in the chat also. You figured me. We're going to go back to the footage from Shedeur Sanders, day 1 of the Cleveland Browns, should I say. Everybody was there. But they was also talking about Myles Garrett not being there. Man, this is voluntary right now. Would you even want Myles Garrett at practice right now? I would, if I was the coach, I would tell him to stay home. Bro, don't come here. Do not come here right now. Like you? No, dog, we don't need you here. We'll let somebody else be here. All right, let me go back to this footage before we get too late up in this thing. Not that one. Hold on, go to this one right here. Live streaming right now on Big Dog Chico channel. Make sure y'all go to unclechico.myshopify.com. Go shop with your dogs. Appreciate you. Here we go. Watson. Moving well. He's moving well, man. Come off that injury. I like to see that. Here's Shedeur taking command of the huddle, getting up underneath that thing. Let's go, Shiggity. First team. There's a pass breakup right there by Williams, the linebacker brought over from the Jets on Deshaun Watson's pass. Shout out to Carson Schlesinger. I think they add another linebacker next to Swiss in that middle. Ooh, like a. He's got a couple of guys out there. I like Hill from Texas. Not sure if I like Hill from Texas. Not sure if he'll be there though. But several different linebackers that they could put next to Swiss. Also, I think they need another pass rusher. You could take a fast safety, a coverage safety back there. A lot of holes, I think, that could be filled with the Cleveland Browns. It just depends on where you want to go with it and how you want to do it. Here they are going through the practice drills right here. Everybody's doing the same motion. Let me know what y'all thinking. I do think Shedeur has, and y'all see it right there, Shedeur has a finesse to his passes. You know? Every ball just looked like it's more of like a, how can I put it? You ever driven a sports car or been in a fast car, but you've also been in like one of those luxury cars, like a Bentley or a Maybach? They go fast, but they are smooth. Jeremiah Love would be a good, you know what? You know the guy who I like, running back? Kid from Louisville. I like the kid from Louisville. That's the thing. He's going to put up the numbers. Watch. Yeah, Bond. South Carolina in here. 843 stand up. That's what I was talking about. Sincere Brown. Sincere Brown would be great, I think. They still got Tillman, big Cedric Tillman. Man, he disappointed me last season, dog. You got to get open, big fella. You did some good blocking down the field, but in crucial moments, especially when it got cold, your big old self got stiff, dog. I want you to get loose, man. You got a big frame, dog. I'm talking about who 6'3", 6'4". Shit, like he's 6'5" right there. Bruh, you got to become a weapon this year. Wearing that 19 like Keyshawn Johnson. We need you, big dog. We need you. Gee. Let me rewind this. Check out Shedeur Sanders' movements right here. Wonder why my itch lagging this day, dog. Why we slow motion? Flip up, flip up. Just get back. I like that drill. Get to the bean bags. Coach Monken talked about the camera on their helmet so he can see what every quarterback is seeing also. Good throw right here from Watson to Corley. Sanders. All right, look right here. He's looking right at him right here, or he's looking for the out route. Actually looking at this DB or whatever his read is right here. So, bam, once he hit that back drop, his back foot on the drop, look at the DB. The DB is already dropping. Somebody say he could have went underneath right here too. Is that Fanning or Gage Leverdan right there? He could have went underneath. But the main thing was, oh yeah, he had a couple guys right there too. But the main thing was, look, shout out to Ross. I like Ross. You can't stop running no matter what, wide receiver. You can't slow down no matter what. And then Shedeur puts the pass right there. Even though you slowed down. But you didn't not go up and contest the pass with the DB like the DB did. You got to go up and get that ball at its highest point if you're the wide receiver, dog. And usually wide receivers would be like, nah, that's on the quarterback, but not for real. Not when you look at the film and you watch it on tape. Your wide receivers coach gonna tell you got to protect the quarterback at the same time. You want a perfect ball. Ain't no ball gonna be perfect. More than likely, it's not gonna be perfect. You got to make it perfect. You got to go get it. He throwing you the ball, giving you an opportunity, and you complaining about it. Come on, dog. That ain't what we doing out here. Gee. You can't slow down at the top of the route with your quarterback loading up. That's crazy. That's going to get you less and less balls thrown at practice. I'll tell you that much. Not DB out there celebrating. And as receivers, anybody on offense hate to see DBs celebrate because they're going to do the most. Look, they got to run it all the way back. They're going to do the most. Come on, man. We got to get better. Wide outs. Oh, now Jay Mills, what's good, baby? What up, my dog? I just decided to come on real quick, like, because Shedeur after his first day. I might start doing this after every practice. And I'm going to get the footage and I'm going to break it down the whole way. Let me go right here. More footage from practice. Just QB drills going through. Dylan, Deshaun, and Shedeur. We all know who QB1 is in our book. So you put an SS2 in the chat for Shedeur Sanders and all the other good stuff. We're going to continue to show you the rest of this footage and let it roll. Need some playmakers on the outside, dog. It is voluntary. I didn't see Judy there. I don't think he's there. I think Shedeur was going with the ones in 707 also. This is a different angle from it. It looked like the same play right here. The out route, and Shedeur's going to go deep as hey, I'm not mad at that. Even though the DB didn't settle for real, they're probably going to talk about that in the meeting room and say the DB didn't settle enough for you to go downfield. Nice throw. The wide receiver should always run through his route. but we probably should have went underneath right here is what they're probably going to try to say at the meeting. But at the end of the day, they wouldn't say that if the wide receiver would have ran his route fully, not slowing down, and would have made a play. It would have just at the most, it would have been an incompletion because he would have went up two. You feel me? Come on, man. That's the thing about football. It takes everybody to be on their job to be successful. And that's the thing about good teams. When everybody's on their job, that's when teams are successful. And that's why they call it the ultimate team game. Dylan Gabriel just threw his second pick right there. Here we go, Chico.
I asked him, like, what you think about this? And I just like hearing his perspective of problems that I could have or the way how I think about things, and just hearing the way how he thinks of things, and hearing the way how Dylan think of things, and hearing the way Coach think of things. Like, all those things, you just gain other people's perspective to form your own thought and what you want to do. I don't let nobody else dictate how I feel about myself.
Learning from others. And I don't let nobody else dictate how I feel about myself. Damn, that's a bar. He's scared. Nobody. Chico, your braids too tight. Your braids too loose. They too nice. They too ugly. Whatever it is. Appreciate it. Shout out to T-Braids 808 Hawaii. You know what I mean? But I can't let y'all affect anything about how I feel about me.
If you allow that, then you're living for the wrong reason.
That's right.
I know who I am as a person, as an individual, and just being a child of God. So I can't let nobody dictate how I could feel about myself. And if I allow that, then I'm not mentally strong. I got to be able to be mentally strong in each and every situation that life throws at you.
Bar.
I'm thankful that everything happened how it happened. I'm thankful that my appreciation for a lot of things is what it is now. I'm thankful that I don't really have to chase. I'm thankful I got a great family. I'm thankful I got to see great people, that I'm able to be inspiration to people. Because, I mean, like, I think I'm just thankful overall. Like, I don't look at anything as a negative. When you start looking at things as a negative, then that's when you grow spite and hatred, you know, and nothing positive comes out of that. So
that's right.
I view everything as just like, I'm just happy. I'm thankful. I'm blessed, you know. I was in a position to where I can handle everything that comes my way. So now I feel bulletproof. But it's on God.
You about it? He about it. And say you about it if you about it.
God's time, you know. We just come in and everyday
people. Tony Grossi's
put our deposits in and what we supposed to do and build towards our craft. But
Tony Grossi has something to say. I'm gonna play that in a second.
It's not our time. If we thought we had control of anything, then we'll be fools. You know, that's not up to us. It's up to us to approach every day and take advantage of each and every rep and each and every time, even when players aren't, even when we're not in, being able to take advantage of those reps also. So
I guess
it's not on our time.
Really, to be honest, I'll have to ask Coach Bajakian. We were just rotating who was first reps. Shedeur to start. There were some other reps. The way it was going to turn out, Shedeur was going to get more reps. Some of it in pass skelly, some of it in team. A couple of the team periods were slowed down ACT, more run than they were throw. So it was set up in a way for us to get a look at all of them. The plan was to have Shedeur have a few more reps, but to let Deshaun and Shedeur both have reps with the ones.
There you go. That's Coach Todd Monken right there. Just to let y'all know, it was played out. It was planned out that way to allow both of them to get reps with the ones, but Shedeur to get a little bit more reps with the ones as the number one QB. You understand me? That's what coaches do. They plan it out. They have game plans. They have practice plans. Before anybody steps on the field, they already know what we're going to do. We got this offensive play going against this defensive play. It's scripted, basically. Who's going to be in? Who's going to take this one? Da 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 da. And they can modify it as the practice goes on. Completion right there to Isaiah Bond, one of his targets last season. There's a run right there with Dylan Sampson right there. Shout out to Quinshawn Judkins out of Pike Road High School in Alabama, right outside of Montgomery. Get him back right. He's going to be a hell to pay, just like he was last year before the injury. Did a great job. And basically now you go out there and you get those mental reps. That's what it's all about, getting those mental reps right now, Bob. Tony Grossi said late night takeaways from Browns voluntary camp. As I pull the Twitter feed up for you guys to check out right here from X, should I say, instead of Twitter, say X. Late night takeaways from Browns voluntary minicamp. You never know Deshaun Watson had 2 Achilles tendon surgeries, was nimble, fluid, and threw ball well. Exactly. He did, in my opinion, also. I thought he moved around well, threw the ball well, was confident in his movements, didn't look timid at all. I like what I saw from Deshaun Watson. I think he'll continue to get 1 reps along with Shedeur Sanders. Not sure exactly what their plan is as far as dealing long term, whether he'll just sit back there waiting in the wings and see if something happened and preparing as that number 3 quarterback, or they plan on, draft a deal or something. Trade him somewhere. Somebody might need a quarterback. Somebody might have seen him and liked him. Kevin Stefanski might want him down there in Atlanta. And guess what? He would fit in Atlanta because of what? They already have 2 left-handed quarterbacks. Penix, Tua Tagovailoa, and they bring in Dylan Gabriel as a 3rd insurance policy. Tua's on a big contract or on a minimum contract, I think, 1 year. You got Penix. We'll see what he does. Can he stay healthy? They might trade for Dylan Gabriel. Give up a 7th-round pick or something for him. So we'll see. But I think we see who the first 2 guys are going to be, Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. Shedeur Sanders looked much better than any time in his rookie season, is what Grossi also said. The QB competition will be interesting. I think so also. I think it's the right way to go this season. Keeping those guys hungry, keeping the competition level high. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. This new lady wants Shedeur Sanders fail so bad she just says anything. You said that, Shedeur. Yeah, he really took control of that interview, of that presser today. That's why they call him grown, dog. That's why they call him grown. I think it's a great marriage with him and Todd Monken. I think personalities matter with Shedeur Sanders, just like he said, relationships matter with him. I think this guy has come in and made it his duty to create and have a relationship with Shedeur Sanders and let him know that, hey, man, listen, all the trauma from the past coaching relationship that you've had, I'm coming in clean slate, and I'm coming in as a confident man in my abilities also and what I've done in the league. So you don't have an insecure guy there. You have somebody with confidence and knowing what he can do in this league and from his past. So shout out to Coach Monken and all the success he's had on the college level and on the pro level. And what's to come for Shedeur Sanders and them is going to be a whole lot of points on the board, dog. And I think we're going to be in a situation where we can stop some people too as the Cleveland Browns goes. You feel me? Let me know what y'all think. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. This is the biggest dog, Chico to the C, and the place to be. I just wanted to come on here with a short live stream for you guys to give y'all my thoughts on day 1 from Shedeur Sanders and the QB battle going down in Cleveland up there. And I think it's Shedeur's to win and it's Deshaun's to fight for, so to speak. It's nobody's job to lose right now because I don't think it's in anyone's hands. But you know what it is. Oh, now in the building, my dogs. Okay, everybody checking in now. I see y'all coming in. Now, what happened? The chat was slow motion or something? I don't know. But I'm all greasy and sweaty faced it now. Time to go freshen up and get right. I'm gonna come back on Twitch though. I'm gonna be on Twitch in a minute or 2, and we're just gonna do some reactions to some random videos out there. That's whatever y'all want me to react to. Y'all put it in the chat. Let me know if y'all have any suggestions. Put it upon the chat, and I'll get to it. And I appreciate y'all for rocking with your dog. It's the biggest, the best. It's the big dog. It's easy. And that makes the easy. Getting up out this thing, about to go holler at my
ain't got no relation. So what you in
holler
if ain't no
at my breezy.
reparation? How much you spending on your preparation? I'm
go.
about them binges so the million be the motivation.
Wow.
Determination is intention plus the real power, pressure you should feel. Ours bills tower. Over us, I'm overcome. I'm overcomes. I need direct transactions. Don't wanna wait till
forget.
you load the funds. You hold the funds, and Joseph come promote the Kirk, demote your son. I overthrow as CEO. I'm taking over some. The chosen one, you throw me one, you owe me two. You holding one, I'm holding you accountable. Act like you owe me one. Look, every lesson learned is a lesson taught. Every lesson earned is a blessing caught. Promise I'm meek and humble and grateful for every bit. The head is heavy, so your promise have a heavy fit. The BiggDogg Chico Show. That sports talk. Scope up. Joe Flow.